What am I watching here?
This is for the ones who care.
Day 155 of I'm a massive fraud, get me out of here. As another Unain Emery masterclass sees Arsenal drop 2 more points at home to Wolverhampton Wanderers. You have to be a very special kind of manager to decide that bringing off the club's best defensive midfielder when you're clinging on to a lead with 15 minutes left on the clock is a good idea, let alone playing him as an attacking midfielder. You have to be a really special kind of manager to think that needing a goal, the solution is to swap one left back for another left back. Wolves they're actually a fantastic side. We knew this. Everyone knew this. And they're doing great things on the European stage, taking big scalps along the way as they solidify themselves as quite a consistent Premier League team. They're organised at the back. They're full of hard-working players who understand their roles and, probably more importantly, their manager. It's been a difficult week for Unain Emery and Arsenal fans, what with Granit Xhaka malarkey, throwing his toys out the pram, standing his ground. Whichever side of the fence you sit on, it's been a difficult week for the club. Our name has been dragged through the mud. And today we saw Aubameyang given the armband. And, it was quite a relief, really, wasn't it? I'm really cool with that because he has carried the club on his back for quite some time now. And I want someone who leads by example. And he did yet again. In all fairness, it was quite an exciting looking lineup with Kieran Tierney involved, Mesut Ozil on the pitch, Aubameyang and Lacazette there at the same time. But even when he gets it right, this fraudulent excuse for a football manager somehow, some way, manages to throw away what would have been more crucial points. And I just have so many questions. Like how have we turned an established international defensive midfielder who played throughout Uruguay's World Cup campaign and was one of their best players into an attacking midfielder who doesn't even believe in himself anymore? What is he doing playing as high up the pitch as Lacazette? I just don't know. What process of elimination have you gone through to come to the conclusion that Sead Kolasinac was more likely to help us getting a goal than Kieran Tierney? It's actually incredible how yet again he's managed to snatch a draw from the jaws of victory. It's a real talent. Surely by now we are approaching the stage where he is doing more harm than good. I just don't get it. You're clinging onto the lead and you're taking off Torreira and you're bringing on Xhaka. Oh, you're taking off Lacazette as well. Oh. How much more of this do we need to see before we bite the bullet and just say, okay, it didn't work out. It's not the end of the world. It's almost, as if he is under pressure and because of that, he's chosen this lineup. There's no way he would have involved Mesut Ozil full stop unless he absolutely had to and his job depended on it. So whether he's being forced to by the club or by Ozil's performances or just the lack of creativity or the fans' unrest or whatever else it is, he knows he had to do it. But wow, he's made the substitution in the 73rd minute and 2.5 minutes later, we've conceded. And Wolves deserve a lot of credit, don't get me wrong, right? Hungry team, hungry club, you can tell. They're progressive thinking manager who's got backing from the boardroom. And they are going to the next level with a talented set of, youth and experience. And they've all bought into the project, that's clear. Even Traore actually looks like a completely different player. His decision-making is just improved drastically. So useful. Even when he is perhaps limited in some ways. João Moutinho, elite controller in the middle. Diogo Jota is causing serious problems coming in from the left. And Raul Jiminez working tirelessly for the opportunity that they just know is going to come in the end because it's Arsenal. And we are fallible. We are a liability. We are a comedy show. And people think I'm being negative or I'm being harsh. Let's not forget that Wolves had 25 shots to Arsenal's 10. They will be going home disappointed that they didn't get the winner. Now, for the people out there who work better with visual aids, I'm going to turn your attention to these 2 images which show overrepresented pass clusters. So I guess patterns of play which is all of the 20 Premier League teams you can see here, both with and without the ball, okay? This is with, and this is without. Now, analyse this with me for a second, because you can see quite clearly here that Arsenal Football Club are actually one of the most worrying looking patterns on this page. We live in our own half. We spend the majority of our time on the back foot. That is what this diagram or these arrows are demonstrating, where the majority of your passing patterns happen. Bournemouth working it out of the back as well. Brighton. Manchester City are living in the opposition's half. Wolves working through the middle with long balls out to the right, using the pace of Adama Traore. Sheffield United pushing so far forward in the high press that only Liverpool spend more time in the opposition's final third. Where are we? Is this what we are? I don't know. I really don't know. If the results are flowing in, you know, you'd end up accepting it. It's like Diego Simeone. You're spending 35% of the time on the ball at home, but you're getting the win. Almost guaranteed. You've only got to cast your mind back to Wenger's last year, which is statistically his worst. And to see that our home record was still only second to Manchester City. 17 wins out of 19. It's kind of all we had. We've been on the decline for a while now, and people have been patient. And that patience is running out. And that's why you're seeing empty seats. That's why you're hearing a shit atmosphere. And that is why people are ready to turn at any second. People are depressed, and they are prepared for more of the same dross next week. Is this club actually brave enough, though, to go and make a decision before this gets more out of hand? No way. No way. Of course they're not. Are they willing, though, to risk missing out on Champions League football and potentially like 45 or 50 million pounds or whatever it is, instead of cutting their losses, accepting defeat in this one and moving on, just paying off the compensation for like 6 million? Or are we actually stupid enough to risk seeing Aubameyang and Lacazette, who still haven't signed new contracts and are wasting their prime years here, if we're honest, when we know that we're not going to get players of that quality if this carries on? No way are we going to get that. And they will go, lads. They will leave. Some of these decisions are just looking a little bit questionable, you know? Is there actually any way out? You know, I mean, let's look at it for a second. Let's go through some of these results, right? 2 up against Watford. Watford have 31 shots. Obviously, he's pulling off Ozil. And it ends 2-2 as we bottle a 2-goal lead. We're 2-0 up against Palace. We bottle 2-2. We're 3-1 up, 4-2 up, and 5-4 up against Liverpool. We bottle. And today, we're 1-0 up against Wolves. You know the rest. What are you doing taking off Lacazette, taking off Torreira for Xhaka, dropping Pépé and not even playing him at all? I don't want to be doing this negativity. I don't want to be talking about it like this, but like, what more do we need to see? First it was giving more time. Then it was giving more money, more windows. Then he needs everyone back. What's the new one? What is it now? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe if you're new, and drop the video a damn like if you breathe oxygen. For now though, I've been hughwizzy, and this has been well, it's not a lot of fun, is it? It's not fun. This is anything but fun.